Welcome, everybody. Hello.
Hey, how's everyone going? It's a fun day in the life of September 26, 2020.
It's
Ah,
it's beautiful times. So we want to welcome everybody to episode 16. Why is everything selling out? That's what we're calling this podcast. Thank you for joining us. I am your host, Fred, and to my side, my partner in crime, another host.
yo, what's up, everybody? I'm Kendall.
It's Kendall, man. So, Kendall, before we get onto the stuff, how's your week been?
It's been good. Been doing some streaming, and then I had my first day off
Oh
yesterday,
yeah,
which
you
then
did.
I just kind of like slept
Which is
super
good.
early.
Which is good. Which is good. He would have been streaming tonight, but we're streaming this podcast, so we taking up a little bit of his time. So, but he is being consistent, guys, which is really nice.
And I'll be getting back to it on Monday, and
Yep.
because I have a family event that we're doing tomorrow.
Yeah, we're going
Oh,
to Knott's Berry Farm for their what you call that? Their Halloween event or whatever. You get food. I mean, it's nice to go out every once in a while, chit chat, talk a little business, me and him. Uh, but with that, I guess we can get started with what we're gonna get started. Oh, I did. Did I tell you last week? I don't know. I finally got my graphics card put in. Not graphics card, capture card. Finally installed.
yep. I mean, you told me about it,
I told
but
you, but
it's
I don't
like
know
at the
if
same
we said it in
time.
the podcast. That's what I'm saying. It's on there. Hopefully, I'm going to try to stream more. Maybe be able to get a few more subscribers. We're trying to get affiliate. We're at 29, guys. I'm excited. I know to some people,
Getting there.
I know it might not mean much to some people, but to us, it means the world. And we want to thank everybody. Now, before we get on to other news, I just want to say I know last week we talked about the Canon C70, and I was saying like there was a rumor that it was going to be coming out. Guess what? They announced it the 24th, so a couple days ago, that it is coming out. So it is not a rumor; it is true. It is a more smaller, compact DSLR, not DSLR. It's a more compact, cinema camera in the body, kind of a DSLR. So it's a lot more portable, a lot more nicer to use. I want to get it, but for that we would have to be a business because there's no way I can spend $6,000. It's about $6,000. If we were a business, I could tax write it off. We ain't no business. There ain't no way I'm gonna afford a $6,000 camera. But if we play our cards right, maybe we can. But still,
Maybe someday in the future.
in the future. It's really nice though. I think right now they're selling it for $5,499 for the body without a lens, and then you can buy the lens apart. So that's what I'm saying. It's about a $6,000 camera. But it is a cinema camera. I believe it uses some of the same stuff that the C200. I guess you could say it would be like a C200, C300, like right in the middle, like a little baby in the middle. But because it's so compact, you can. I've heard that they're saying that you can fly it on gimbals, on some gimbals that can hold higher weights and things like that because the RF lens are smaller and more lightweight. So we'll see. This would be more something for us to use in the future. If we do get it, it would be more in the future to use with like going to conventions and going to stuff like that. Not so much for our podcast that we do here, but more for like other content that we do because we run a YouTube channel. Also, if you guys don't know, we put these podcasts on the YouTube channel. We will be bringing other content on there, but that's neither here nor there. I'm just excited that it's real with the specs and the stuff that they said it was coming out with. I think we talked about last week. I don't want to go so deep into it this week, but it's an exciting news. Things are getting smaller, things are getting better, and it's cool. So I just want to put that out there for anybody that did listen to episode 15. The Canon EOS C70 is actually coming out. So that did get announced. So it's not a rumor anymore. It is officially announced. But with that, hey Kendall, did you hear? We've got Bell's Pepper Pages on our chat and First Class Gaming. Hey guys, check them out on Twitch. Since we're doing this live, check them out on Twitch. They do their podcast. Podcast. They do. First Class Gaming does gaming streams, and Bell's Paper Pages does amazing art streams. So check them out. They're on our chat if you guys want to chat with them. But with that, the 3080, man. So the 3080 launches, bots buy it up, right?
Yep.
Completely gone. 3090 launches with less quantity and I was watching some stuff, and I heard people were lining up at our micro center, which would be the closest one, is in Tustin. Heard people were lining up for like about a week. Some people, 4 days or whatever, to try to get their hands on the 3090. Now, I also heard that those things got bought up online right away. Also, I'm assuming most likely bots too, but it's kind of what you expect nowadays. Xbox, same thing. The Xbox launch bots. It seems like, I'm assuming it's bots, because I really doubt people are being that quick, to buy them up everywhere.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of people that are stuck at home because of the pandemic, so there's a lot of people that have a lot of time on their hands. So maybe it is, maybe it's not.
I mean, I don't know. I don't trust nobody nowadays because of that. It's people are running bots, running all kinds of stuff, and buying everything up from us, and then going back and selling it on eBay for like a butt ton of money.
Right.
Just saying.
And it's pissing off enough people that people are just going and like bidding it up just
to do that,
because they're not going to sit there and pay it.
Yeah, but the thing though, all right. So I got excited to get the 3090, right, or the 3080, or even my hands on a 3070. Whatever. More. I guess I'm leaning more towards the 3080. The 3090 seems out of my range. That's what almost like a $1,500 card. But Kendall, you got some news. We talked about it right before we came on, that these cards are crashing, right?
Yep. Come to find out that apparently the RTX 3080s on not all the cards, but some cards are having some huge crash issues when it comes to hitting the boost clocks. Not even like trying to overclock the card, but boost clocks.
Yes. Okay. So now they did find out or more or less the issue has been found out, right? I don't know if they've announced it, like the actual like Nvidia or the card manufacturers have actually announced what's wrong with it. But so what's the actual problem that's making these, as when they boost clock over, making them crash?
Okay, so for those who don't know about NVIDIA's boost clock things, basically, if it has enough power to draw from and the temperatures are low enough, NVIDIA's drivers and their chips will automatically kind of overclock it, aka boost it, which is saying things that AMD does with their CPUs and Intel does with their CPUs or whatever. If it has the power and the temperature capabilities to overclock itself, aka boost clocks, then it will do it. So while it's rated to say run at 3.6 gigahertz, it'll go up to 4.2.
Now I gotta ask, is this safe when they're boost clocking themselves?
Yes.
Okay. So this is nothing that this is nothing that someone is going in and messing with it to overclock it on their own, right? This is just comes from the factory kind of. It's like, hey, I can do a little better than what I say because I'm feeling good, kind of thing, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And now see what has been found to be the problem is the capacitors that are under the GPU.
Mm-hmm.
Some third-party manufacturers are using all of one type of capacitor.
Yeah.
And some are using different kinds. Like, for example, NVIDIA's Founders Edition cards use something called POS caps, which are solid polymer capacitors that are good for low and mid-range frequencies.
Yeah. And
then there's another capacitor that are called MLCC capacitors, which are an array of 10 on one chip, but they're ceramic capacitors.
Okay.
But so they're really good for high frequencies.
Okay.
And a majority of the third-party manufacturers have been using all 6 POS caps in theirs. So while it's not boosting itself, or if you're not overclocking it, it's fine. But as soon as it gets to the point where
it can run
the NVIDIA software was like, hey, you have room to boost it, let's boost it, then the frequencies go too high, and that's what's causing all these crashes.
Now, from my understanding, it is not every card, though, right? It's only certain manufacturers that have done it. So, the Founders Edition runs fine, right?
Yeah, the NVIDIA Founders Decision are Edition runs fine.
And then I've also
But,
heard that like MSI one, I can't remember which one it was. That one runs all right. There's an Asus, I believe, Tough, that also runs fine. But it seems to me that I'm not trying to put this out there, but I heard some of the EVGA ones, right, or some of that had the had some issues.
Well, it depends on like where you're hearing it from, because EVGA did send out some pre-production cards or whatever to some streamers and reviewers or whatever to test it out, and these are the ones that had the 6 pause caps, before because originally EVGA delayed their For the Win series,
right,
because they could not get the 6 pause cap productions to work. They like the 6 pause cap capacitors that they were originally trying to push through couldn't pass internal testing, so they delayed it, and then they threw in some MLCCs.
Okay.
Which is why originally the EVGA ones, at least for the consumers, were delayed at launch.
Oh, okay. Now, do you see this being a major problem? I mean, because like obviously, like I'm new to this kind of stuff. Like, do you think this is, because to me it seems like it's a boost clock, right? So if they keep it to their advertised speeds, right?
Yeah.
Right. Like if they were to change it, software change or send out like some kind of software update or something, change it and basically keep it so that it doesn't go over the boost speed that it says it's supposed to. Do you think that could fix these issues, or do you think people are going to get mad? Because obviously this is boosting on its own, right? This isn't something it's almost like they're giving you some extra, but it can't handle the extra.
Basically, so what they can do is they can do one of two things. Technically, what they could do is they could have people send in the GPUs to, whichever third-party manufacturer that they bought it from.
Right.
And then the manufacturer could replace one of the capacitors with an MLCC array and then send it back, and it'll be fixed that way.
Now, that's
going to cost time, and that's going to cost money, and we all know companies don't like to spend all that time and money to accrue some goodwill. So more than likely what is going to happen is they're going to be sending out BIOS updates. Each of the card manufacturers are going to send out individual BIOS updates for, their line of cards and everything, which is probably either going to limit it or underclock it to prevent, it from crashing.
But this wouldn't be all the cards, would it? This would only probably be the cards that are affected by this issue, right? Or you think this is going to be across the board? They're just going to do that?
Well, like I said, it's going to depend on each manufacturer, because it's like, because they're not going to send out like a driver update like NVIDIA or whatever is not going to be sending out a driver update. More than likely, it's going to be a full-on BIOS update that is being sent by the manufacturer. So like, say if it was an MSI card, MSI would send out a BIOS update that you can flash, and then, or Zotac or EVGA, Asus, whoever card you bought it from.
Oh man, that's wild. Well, I mean, as long as it can get fixed and as long as the consumer's happy, I mean, hopefully, there can still be goodwill, because these cards seem good, but like I said, I don't know with this stuff now. I'm not 100% sure on if this is a terrible thing or not.
Well, now you can just wait, and after all of this blows over, you can know where the cards are coming from, and you won't have to worry about bots picking it up and scalping it. Now you'll just have to worry about, Bitcoin miners and everything like that. So
true, that's how it always goes. So, Kendall, did you hear the news that Microsoft bought out Bethesda?
Yep, it's quite an interesting middle of the week. Or early week update, actually. That was like at the beginning of this week.
I know. This week has a little bit of news. That's why we jumped in this week. We would take it'd be every 2 weeks with this podcast, but the news kind of rolled in, and we just decided to jump in again. But yeah, that was wild. I didn't expect that. I'll be honest. I didn't expect that, because Bethesda makes games for all the systems, and I think that they have like some. I don't know if it's exclusives, but they do have some games coming out for the PS5, right?
Don't know. I mean,
I thought
the last thing they came out with was Fallout 76, and before that was Skyrim.
True. That's true.
And they ported Skyrim to like every...
Here's the thing. You think that the next Skyrim is going to be an exclusive for Xbox, if they do make one?
It could be.
Or, because I heard some people say, what was the one that made New Vegas?
That was Obsidian.
Okay, and I heard Microsoft owns Obsidian, right? And now they own
Yep.
Bethesda.
Yep.
And some people are excited that maybe there'd be like a New Vegas, or New Vegas 2 or something like that.
No, I don't think there's gonna be that.
Oh, you don't think so?
No.
I've never played it. What do you think? Was that a game that you recommend that we jump on or what?
I mean, I didn't really play any of the Fallout games all the way. They weren't my kind of thing.
Oh, okay. I played Fallout 4, was it? Yeah, I think it was 4. I love that game. That one was good.
So,
yeah. I don't know. It makes me wonder what's going to happen, you know. Did they buy them out for the Game Pass, you know, so they could get their collection of games? Because it seems like Microsoft's going more into that service kind of games, you know, like Apple Arcade and Google Stadia. And oh, did you hear Amazon has one now coming out too?
yep.
So
Amazon, what, Luna?
something like that. I can't remember. I didn't look 100% into it. I just, you know, skirted right by when I saw it, and I just said, hey, I'm going to wait till I see what it is. Because if this is another Stadia, is it even that important to talk about it, you know? Is it that important? Like, it's just going to blow by and not be anything big, but we'll see. Because, I mean, it is Amazon, and who knows, they might have some kind of Twitch integration where you can play the games easier through Twitch without having to have a capture card or, you know, something like that through a web browser. I don't know. We'll see. But
but if it works, it's apparently only going to be like $6 a month. So.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, that's not a bad deal. Not a bad deal at all. But all right. There's that, and like I was saying, they also did launch their Xbox, their Xbox Series X. That sold out. But did you?
And before we get into that,
okay.
There's going to be a lot of unhappy people because
yes.
Apparently for the pre-orders or whatever, you know, Xbox has this naming scheme. You know, they have the Xbox One, the Xbox One X, the Xbox Series X, and then the Xbox Series S. Now, people complain all the time about Nintendo with, you know, their naming things, like Nintendo 3DS, Nintendo 3DS XL, the 2DS,
new 3DS or whatever, XL or something,
and the new 3DS and everything. So it's like, come to find out, the Xbox One X, aka current generation of Xbox Ones, went up by like 200 and something percent.
I heard that searches of it went up 700 and something percent, like throughout the whole like thing. Cause I you know, that sucks big time. Cause you know, there's people that were like, oh hell yeah, I'm gonna get my son or I'm gonna get somebody the new Xbox, and they said it was an Xbox X, right? And they see Xbox One X and go, that's it. Look, it's available. That's not that hard.
Okay. So, console sales rank shot up 747% from rank 2,804 to 331.
Oh my god.
So, that's a lot of people that may or may not be getting the wrong thing.
I'm gonna go with most likely they are getting the wrong thing. I mean, look, hey, it happens. You know? Yeah.
It's okay, Microsoft knew what they were doing.
You think they did? No,
Yeah, Microsoft knew what they were doing.
Oh, that's...
They took a page out of Nintendo's playbook.
Now, do you think they're going to get a bunch of returns now that people are hearing this? Because I know this news popped up. I know there's people that
I think some people probably saw it, and then they're like, oh shit, let me double check.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe went back, saw whether if they got the Series X or whether if they got the One X, so that way they could cancel it or whatever before, you know, it got shipped and they got screwed. But, you know, only time will tell. I'm sure if, you know, nobody checked, they'll come back, they'll complain about it, and it'll be in the news again.
Yeah, that's definitely going to happen.
So, it's another thing to look forward to.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's always how... I mean, if you can have your naming scheme so close, that's what's going to happen. Next year, it's going to be Sony PlayStation 5, 6, the next one. So that way people buy the 5 instead of the 6. Now, Kendall, let's get, I guess, into the big meat and potatoes because I know you're gonna be having to go to work early today, so we're gonna run a short podcast. Did you check out that Tokyo Game Show?
Yep.
All right, man.
And quite honestly, I've been bored with it. Like a lot of it hasn't even been like not all the events even have like English subtitles or English translators for
That's
it.
the one thing that I had an issue with. I was like, "What the hell, man?" But I mean, it's still going. It's still going on technically, right? They got one more day tomorrow or something like that.
Yep. Actually, I think the last day technically just started 15 minutes ago with Line Kong Yeast 8's mobile game.
Oh, okay.
And then at 8, it's going to be Japan Electronics College.
Mm-hmm.
And then 9 o'clock, it's going to be Aqua Explanation about Esports.
Mm-hmm.
10 o'clock, AK Racing is going to be having something. It doesn't say, it just says AK Racing.
All right.
At 11 o'clock, Koei Tecmo is supposed to debut 2 new Dynasty Warrior titles.
Ooh, well, that's kind of cool.
And then after that is going to be Konami.
All right.
After that is Bandai Namco with Sword Art Online and Scarlet Nexus.
Dude, that Scarlet Nexus game looks dope.
Right?
Yeah. Because, okay, so I started watching it. What I saw was Minecraft. They're really pushing that Minecraft with the RTX, with the ray tracing.
Oh, yeah, that was during, like, the Microsoft segment. I was just like,
I will tell you this. I did see this one game that I don't know if I saw last time, but it was Balan Wonderland, where it was like...
No, that was in the last one, too.
Was it? Okay, maybe I didn't pay attention to the last one, but this time when I saw it, I was like, hey, wait a minute, what is this? I don't know, it was really up in my face. Maybe it's because I couldn't understand them speaking, so I really had to like focus on what I was watching. Then other than that, other than that, I don't know, man. Honestly, I'm not too excited, but I mean, it's because we saw the same thing. We saw the same thing we just saw.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. But what was really exciting is, I don't know about you, did you ever get to play, and I'm not talking about the new Nier Automata, but the old Nier?
Nope, never played the old Nier. I know it originally came out on PS3, supposedly.
Yes, it did.
Yeah, I never got to play that one. And
so Nier over there, their character turned out to be like a young, good-looking character, like they always do. Over here, we got an older dude. But I love the game. I played it. It's on the PS3. It's so dope. Well, they're coming back with it, and it's called Nier Replicant version 1.22474487139. Because, that's how they do it.
I feel it.
Right? So it's the old game updated. I heard they're updating from what I could understand, some of the subtitles, because they actually had subtitles on the Nier, because it did the Xbox and then it went to the Nier kind of their little what do you call that, showcase or the section of it. Anyways, they kind of went over the game. They go over that they're redoing the soundtrack, kind of beefing it up. There might be some new things. But we're basically getting the game that came out in Japan, just kind of like updated for the newer console, which I'm excited for because they also have they're gonna have what they call the White Snow Edition, and I went on Square Enix website to see if I could pre-order it or order it, and it's $160.
Now, if the White Snow Edition one is $160,
yeah.
Did you look into how expensive that bus statue was?
The
one that took up the whole desk.
The statue that took up the whole desk. What are you talking about?
Oh, you didn't see that?
No. What are you talking about? There was no statue that took up the whole desk.
Yeah, there was.
From the last Nier game or what?
I think it was for Nier Automata, but
because I know they had the Black Edition or something like that. For Nier Automata. and then that one had a figure that came with it, and I didn't know that it came out with it at the time. If not, I would have bought it. I really love the game. After I played the first Nier, I was really excited when Automata came out. And so I'm
Okay, so it hasn't actually like
dropped. Come on.
come out yet or whatever. That's like as it's not up for sale, but
Oh, are we gonna be able to order it?
eventually.
Oh wow. Yeah, but like, is that with a game or is that just a figure? Because then it's probably expensive.
Just the figure.
Yeah, I don't know if you say it takes up a whole desk, I don't know if I can do that. But I think I'm gonna have to do that.
Like you can kind of like see the size of it compared to like the dude standing next to it, sort of.
Mm. Damn. But yeah, I mean they're gonna have that, and I'm kind of excited for that. But that game doesn't come out till April 23rd of 2021, from what I've seen.
Oh well, so we got some time. It's all good.
Yeah, no, we got time. You know what the thing is that I was thinking to myself was, they probably started this. Excuse me. They probably started this port over a while back, because I was like, why wouldn't they have it for the PS5? But then again, I'm thinking to myself, you can play PS4 games on a PS5, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here's my thing I gotta ask, Ennel. And I don't know if anybody's mentioned this or said it, because I might have glanced over and not paid attention too much. Does this mean that we can put PS4 discs into the PS5 and play it?
Yes.
Or is it just... Oh, okay. I was going to say, or is it just digital stuff? Because that was my one thing. Because I was like, well, if I get this PS4 game, and I already have a PS5 by then, let's say, because I'm hoping by April I'll already have it, could I just play that game on the PS5?
Oh, I mean, I can do a pretty thorough test when mine comes in, so it's
Cool.
like I have all of these. I had to see, hey, which one works, which one doesn't.
Yeah. Well, they did say most, like 90% of the games are going to play. I just didn't know if they meant digital or it's actually going to be disc version of the game. Because that's always the one thing that I'm most excited about, that I can still play my old disc games on the console. Because I mean, you have so many of them still. Why not? I'll be honest with you though. The one disappointing thing was that they didn't go back. I was hoping that I would be able to play my PS3 games again and PS2 games and all that jazz. It's not the end of the world, but I was really hoping. Maybe they can do an update later or something where they let us play them. I don't know. But then again...
I doubt it.
Yeah, I was going to say that. But they probably don't have the stuff in it to do it. But still, hopes and dreams. But yeah, I mean, that's honestly, so far, that's the only thing I took out that I got super excited for from the Tokyo Game Show. That like I really was like, oh man, the rest of the stuff is the same thing, Resident Evil.
Yeah, it's the same couple of Resident Evil trailers.
Yeah, Scarlet Nexus was still there than it was last time. That Pragmata, I'm still interested in it. I don't know what it is, but I did see the trailer before too. That's so I mean we did get to see all this stuff. Now I don't know if it's because it was the Xbox showcase that I saw, and that's why they're showing off the same stuff they showed off before. But I mean, I don't know, man. It just seems a little simple. But I mean, it is what it is, I guess.
Yeah, and then it doesn't even look like Sony was at TGS this year either, so it's kind of like...
Because I bet you they dropped all what they were going to drop, and we're just kind of like, what are we going to put out more,
Bloodborne, maybe?
I guess, I mean, well, maybe.
I mean, I could have used some Bloodborne, but, that's just me. I can always use more Bloodborne.
I mean, they did, but maybe they're going to have something else later out, down the road where they're going to show some more stuff. Because it's one of those things.
Maybe.
It's one of those things that I've been thinking. The one who I feel that's been doing it right this whole time has been Nintendo. And I know this is a little different subject from what we were on, but you know how they do the Nintendo Directs and just basically feed you information without having to do some kind of big show at a place. I actually really do enjoy those. So like when you get your updates on the Pokemon games or their indie games or their stuff, they just kind of have a little segment for like whatever 10, 15, 20 minutes that you watch. They kind of go over stuff and you get a little bit of information throughout the year. I think it's a lot better than. I'm not saying that it's not cool to go to shows, save some stuff there too, yeah, but I think if you do a little bit of stuff like that, you can get more people excited because you'll drop a couple games or you'll drop more information about a game. You know, kind of do like the Nintendo Showcase.
But then we have to ask
Nintendo.
where's the Switch Ultra?
Oh, the 4K Switch that they're talking about, or something like that.
Where's the Switch? Where's the Switch Max?
All right, you really think that's real? Come on, let's be real. You really think they're going to come out with a Switch 4K that you're going to handheld and go around with?
No.
No, but now, I still think that maybe it's going to be some kind of like console for your house.
I know. I said this the last time.
I know you did. I know you did, and I know what I'm saying.
Oh my god.
But I'm agreeing with you. I really do think that that's it because I've been thinking about it and mulling it over, and you're right. Why would they take out their other handheld console? They could have done that when they brought out this the Switch Lite, right? Mm-hmm. Instead of having a Lite, they could have just came out with a different 4K Switch. But then again, I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know because it just didn't they a little while ago come out with that new updated Switch, basically a little bit bigger battery.
Yeah, a couple of years ago.
And I like a little bit better internals or something like that. Well, how long has the Switch been out? Because I don't feel like it's been that long. But then again, I guess I don't use it as much as I thought I would.
Let's see. Nintendo Switch originally launched March 2017. So it's been 3 years.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. It hasn't been that long for it. For it to have already had... In 3 years, it's already had... an upgraded Switch, right, with a bigger battery and like the newer internals. You've had a Switch Lite also. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. Within 3 years, that seems pretty small window. To then also have a new 4K Switch to come out in its fourth year maybe. Seems like a lot.
I mean, let's see. The PS4 originally came out in November 2013.
Okay.
Right. All right, so let's see. The PS4 Pro came out 3 years later, November 10th, 2016.
Oh, then maybe not. Wow, maybe I felt like maybe it's because I use the PlayStation so much that when I felt that Pro came out, I felt like the PS4 was already old. But 3 years isn't that long.
Maybe.
Because they also came out with a Slim within that time frame, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. I got my timing all wrong. Okay, maybe Nintendo's doing it right then. Maybe they are going the right way they're supposed to go.
So now they just need to release a at-home only super beefed up version that they could sell for what? Like maybe $400?
You really think they're going to do that, though? You really think?
I mean, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Nintendo does weird shit all the time.
All the time. We're going to get that Wii U tablet all over again.
Yeah. You know what? There you go. We discovered it. It's going to be the Switch U.
It's going to be... Oh, fuck. Tablet U?
It's going to be the Switch U.
It's going to be a giant fucking tablet? No. Stick it to your monitor.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck.
So... It's going to be its own console, but you can also use your current Switch as, like, the controller for it, and they're going to put, like, some weird gimmick into it, like when
you had the 3DS and it had the extra screen that was your map on the bottom or whatever? The map's going to be on your controller, and then your tablet's going to be the screen that you play on?
Mm-hmm. And then that's just like, yeah.
You're going to have to buy some kind of adapter that holds the screen and holds your remote together so you can, like, clamshell close them and shit. But that's going to be like another $100.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
You're going to have to get some really good screen protectors on that one.
Fuck. I don't know, man. I mean, I know we're making these jokes, but for some odd reason I feel like Nintendo could do that.
I mean, hey, it could happen. You never know.
They are crazy. I mean, it is Nintendo.
So,
they push the boundaries every time when they come up with something weird. You would think their controllers are weird as hell, but they work. So I don't know. I don't know what to say. Whatever they come out with, you're gonna be like, man, this is weird, but it's gonna work. So I don't know. Well, Kendall, you got any other news, man?
No, that's about it for me. Just waiting on PS5 to get here in November, which then feels like forever.
No, it's you know what's crazy? Yeah, it feels like forever, but it's November. What did we say? Like 20? No, November 12th. 20
Yep,
something.
November 12th.
November 12th. Mind you, we're almost near October. We're getting to the end of September already. We're about to hit October. You're literally less than like what, a month and a couple weeks away.
Less than 2 months. It's like 7 weeks.
Jesus Christ! Look at that, man. 7 weeks and you're gonna have a PS5 in your hands. I call bullshit because I never got one, so we'll see whatever happens. Like I said, I'm sticking to my guns. I'm buying mine through Target because I'm gonna get that 5% discount for using my red card. Hashtag sponsor us Target. I really love your store.
Yep. Hashtag Sony, give us free stuff too. You know.
Sony, come on, send us something, man. I've bought I went back and bought a PS2 when the PS2 was already kind of old, and I bought a PS3 and I bought a PS4 and a PS5. Come on, man. This is Sony family. Except for your cameras, because I like Canon. But anyways, that's besides the point.
Trader.
With that, we're going to call it a night. We're pretty busy tonight. It's only a half hour, but I hope you guys are okay with that. I know normally we do
I feel like we got a lot covered in a half hour, though, between the RTX 3080, the slow, boring re-release of Tokyo Game Show.
Oh, yeah, that was bad. But we'll be back. We will be back, hopefully with more news, more better stuff. I just want to say follow us on our social medias, Los Muchachos Media, here on Twitch. Follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. We don't have anything. We don't have Facebook, but follow us on those. You can send us an email at losmuchachosmedia@gmail.com if you guys want to send us a message or anything like that. Kendall, give out your socials, man. Where can people find you?
All right, so you can find me on Instagram at Esper56, which is where I use to announce when I'm going live. If you want to follow me on Twitch, that is Esper6476 at twitch.tv. I will be back to streaming on Monday, starting with Chapter 2, because we just finished Chapter 1 of the Trails of Cold Steel deep dive before the fourth game gets released October 27th.
I've been watching him play. He's really good. It's actually fun. And I get to watch a game be played that seems really interesting. I might want to go back later and play it. You can also check out our Instagram and our Twitter, because our Twitter more than anything, because when he goes live, I also send it our way, so that way if you guys want to go watch him, you can support him. I just want to say follow some of our friends, Bell's Paper Pages on Twitch, First Class Gaming in Twitch. Also, he also has a YouTube channel. Normally we link those on our YouTube channels, our YouTube videos of this podcast. You can also find this podcast on any of your favorite podcasting apps, Apple, like iTunes or Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, you name it, we're there. And with that, I just want to say thank you for watching. I've been Fred.
And I've been Kendall.
And we will see you guys next time. Laters, everybody.
Laters.